For those who knows me and those who don't know about me, let me introduce myself to you. My name is Agilam and let's get started with this video. As you know, the Microsoft HoloLens is something which makes the entire market running behind it by knowing its features. Today I'm gonna explain you what is a Microsoft HoloLens. I'm gonna explain every bit of technology that it uses and what does it serves clearly. So let us start. Microsoft HoloLens, known as development as Project Barbo, is a pair of mixed reality smart glass developed and manufactured by Microsoft. HoloLens gained its popularity for being one of the first computers running on the Windows holographic platform under the Microsoft 10 operating system. The HoloLens can trace its lineage of the Kinetic, an add-on for the Microsoft Xbox gaming consoles, and was introduced in 2010. The Microsoft HoloLens is something which is and third step or fourth step, I have to say, of the VR headset that we use. It has such an intelligent mind inside it, and its design is something which is obviously a perfect one. So HoloLens is an head-mounted display unit connected to an adjustable cushioned inner headband which can tilt HoloLens up and down as well as forward and backward. It is the perfect way to put your HoloLens inside your eye or in front of your eyes. Anyway, so in front of is much of sensors and related hardware including the cameras and processor. So along the bottom edge you will be able to see locate the near users here a pair of small red 3D audio speakers. So these speakers competing against typical sound system do not obstruct external sounds, allowing the user to hear virtual sounds along with the environment. At the end of the left arm is a power button and row of 5 small individual LED nodes used to indicate system status as well as power management indicating battery level and setting power standby mode. A USB 2.0 micro P is located along at the bottom edge and 3.5mm audio jack is located along the bottom of the right edge. So now let us come to the hardware of the HoloLens. It is the most unknown factor for everyone. Everyone wants to know what is the HoloLens made up of, what is the things which is we can see inside the HoloLens, and after that I will also explain you about the applications where you can use the HoloLens for your purpose. So let's come into the hardware. The HoloLens features an internal measurement unit known as IMU, and it also includes the sensors which you can see on your smartphone, etc., like accelerometer, gyroscope and magnetometer. If you don't know, gyroscope is the main sensor which the phone needs if you are using a VR headset with your phone. So gyroscope sensor is used to mark your movement of your heads, etc. In addition to internal cherry tile SoC containing the CPU and GPU, HoloLens features a custom-made Microsoft holographic processor unit known as HPU, a co-processor manufactured specially for the HoloLens by Microsoft. The SoC and HPU each have a 1 GB of LPDDR3 and shares 8 MB of SRAM, with SoC also controlling 64 GB eMMC and running Windows 10 operating system. The HPU uses 28 custom DSP4 Tensilica 4 to process the integrate data from the sensor as well as handling tasks such as facial mapping, gestures recognition, and voice and speech recognition. According to Alex Map, the HPU processes terabyte of information from HoloLens sensor from the real data. The lens of holograph uses optical waveguide to color blue, red and green according to 3 different layers, each with their diffractive features. A light engine above each container lens projects lights into the wavelength which gives a Diffractive element is reflected repeatedly along the layer until it's output of the eye. Similar to that, we can also see an optical head mounting display. The display projection from the HoloLens occupies a limited portion of the user's field view, particularly in comparison to the virtual reality head-mounted display, which typically covers a much greater field of the view. Based on the preliminary hardware, most observers have characterized the field of views of the HoloLens as small, though the subjective estimate vary significantly from the build of 2013 developer conference in May. So now let us come to the applications. Now you would have known about something about the what the HoloLens is made of, what are the hardwares you can see inside the HoloLens. Now what you want to know more is that how you can use as an end user, how you will be able to use the HoloLens. So let us come into the applications. Hologram, a catalog of the variety of the 3D object that can you place and scale around your ranging for the Tigers and cats to the space shuttles and planet. Holo Studio, a full-scale 3D modeling application by Microsoft with a 3D printer capability. An implementation for Skype, telecommunication application by Microsoft. Any user with Skype Office regular device like PC, mobile, etc. can use dial users for HoloLens and communicate with each other with video call on their users for PC. We see View HoloLens is the HoloLens user while C View captures by the PC. Next application that we have is a HoloTour, an audio-visual three-dimensional virtual tourism application. Next is Fragment, a high-tech crime thriller adventure game developed by Microsoft and Absorb Studio in which player engages in crime solving. Enconquer, a platform game developed by the Microsoft and Absorb Studio featuring an young version of the Conquer. Robo Ride, previously named called as Project X-Ray, an augmented real first-person shooter game by the Microsoft in which the player defends against a robot in fashion, aiming the weapon via gauge and shooting via the clicker button or an air type. So those are all of the main application that we can see on the HoloLens. Other than that, also we have a lot of applications and for user. So now it is done officially with what the HoloLens, what are hardwares that we can see inside a HoloLens. In HoloLens we have 2D applications, 3D applications, etc. The 3D applications is built about the DirectX, which are used for playing games, playing heavy games. So HoloLens is something which is gonna make Microsoft take into another level. It is gonna be a market changer for us, and if you're sort of end user, you also will be feeling great with those things because it can do whatever a man can do. Yeah, it has such a power inside it. It has the Intel SoC and SoC developed by Microsoft for itself, and even if you're a professional, like if you're a video maker or if you're an engineer, if you're a video maker, you can visualize how your video will come after some time. And if you're an engineer also, you can use it for measurements of your object, which feels great. So I think to be simple, explanation for HoloLens is something that you would have seen the film Iron Man right now. So the Iron Man has its own personal assistant known as Jarvis. Whenever the Iron Man suits up, Jarvis gives him its information about measurement, etc., about the object that he sees on the front. So HoloLens is something like that. It gives you whole information that you see on the front, and you can use it for visualizing your contents and for expansion of contents. And HoloLens runs on the Windows 10 so that it can interact with your PC in the best way. You can digitalize your